Have you ever gotten off a plane feeling weird, tired, bloated, super thirsty, or just off, but didn't really know why? Today, we're diving into the strange ways that flying actually affects your body. And trust me, some of these are way weirder than you'd think. Let's get into it. Even though planes are pressurized, they're not pressurized to sea level. Inside the cabin, the air pressure is like being on top of a 6,000 to 8,000 foot mountain. That means the oxygen level is lower, and your blood carries about 25% less oxygen than it would at ground level. For most healthy people, it's no big deal, but it's enough to make you feel tired, a little dizzy, or mentally foggy. And if you already have breathing issues, flying can hit even harder. So if you feel like your brain isn't firing at full speed mid-flight, it's not just your imagination. Ever wonder why airplane food has such a bad reputation? It's not just because of the food itself. It's because your taste buds change at altitude. Studies show your ability to taste sweet and salty foods drops by about 30% while flying. The dry cabin air and lower pressure mess with your sinuses and make it harder to smell. And guess what? Smell is a huge part of taste. That's why airlines often load meals with extra salt, sugar, and spices, and why tomato juice suddenly tastes amazing on a plane, even if you'd never drink it on the ground. The air inside a plane is extremely dry. Humidity levels can drop to under 20%. For comparison, the Sahara Desert usually has about 25% humidity. This desert-like environment can leave you with dry skin, dry eyes, and headaches. And even mild dehydration can mess with your energy levels and mood. That's why flight attendants are always sipping water. They know the trick. So next time you fly, skip the coffee and wine and double down on water. Okay, this one's a little gross, but it's science. As the plane climbs, the lower pressure causes the air trapped inside your body to expand by about 30%. That's right. All the air in your stomach and intestines literally swells up. Result? You can feel bloated, burpy, or just uncomfortably gassy. It's also why your ears pop and why food packaging looks puffed up mid-flight. So if you're feeling bloated after flying, it's not just the airplane snacks, it's physics. Ever noticed your shoes feel tighter after a flight? Sitting still for hours slows your blood circulation, and gravity pulls fluids down into your legs and feet. This can cause mild swelling, called edema. It's totally normal, but if it happens a lot, it can increase your risk of more serious issues like blood clots. The simple fix: get up and walk around every couple of hours, or at least flex your ankles and wiggle your toes in your seat. Your future self will thank you. Here's something most people don't think about. When you're flying at 35,000 feet, there's a lot less atmosphere protecting you from cosmic radiation. It's a tiny dose for the occasional flyer, nothing to panic about. But pilots and flight attendants are classified as radiation workers because of how much extra exposure they get. Frequent flyers, like business travelers, also get a little more cumulative exposure over time. It's not a reason to be scared of flying, but it's a wild thing to think about. Flying stresses your body between the dehydration, the lower oxygen, the cramped conditions, and the exposure to 1,000 strangers' germs. Studies suggest that air travel can temporarily weaken your immune system, making you slightly more vulnerable to catching a cold or infection after a flight. That's why it's a good idea to sanitize your hands, drink lots of water, and get good rest after traveling. So, next time you board a flight, you'll know exactly why you're feeling a little weird and how to stay ahead of it. If you found this video interesting, hit that like button and subscribe for more weird health facts. And hey, what's the weirdest thing you've ever felt after flying? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories.